So when I hear the word big-hearted, what comes to mind for me is compassionate, big-hearted, generous,
loving,
yes.
loving, wide open love with no qualifications.
When I think of big-hearted, I think of a generous spirit. You want to reach out to people, you want to help them, you want to be there, whether they're in crisis or it's the good times. You're just wanting to always be available to those who are in need of any kind.
When I think of an example of Trinity being big-hearted, the one that leaps into my mind always is when the church down the road was going to be burning copies of the Quran, and our church took a stand, which I thought was marvelous and timely, and we welcomed people of different faiths, different backgrounds to an evening of sharing culture and faith and just sharing each other, and it opened our doors to the community in such a wonderful way, and I loved that we did that.
Well, being big-hearted to me really means that you have to be in a good relationship with God, and you're actively trying to seek His will and learning more about Him, and then using that to see how He can guide you to help those people that are in need around you.
This core value of big-heartedness, I like to think I live in a big-hearted way, but I think what happens when you have a church that lives in a big-hearted way, that it spills over into your life by providing you small communities, friends, a church family that we all need. And I think that when you live in a big-hearted way as a church or as an individual, you're going to find yourself surrounded by people to uphold you.
Yeah, it adds a richness, I think, that you lack if you don't have a big-hearted family surrounding you.
Without this core value of being big-hearted and reaching out to others, how are we going to bring others to Christ? Because people, once they know you love them and you want to help them, they want to know where that comes from. And I think that's going to continue the growth of Trinity and continue the fact that we're serving Christ and His model, that we do need to reach out and be available. And that when we love people, the greatest commandment, then we're going to bring them to Christ.
Right? They'll know we're Christians by our love.